About a week ago, I was on an undisclosed auction website and saw this box of random phones. I made a max bid of $50 and unexpectedly won all of these phones right here. So I paid for my winnings and the box arrived about 3 days later. It was pretty awesome. The box has all sorts of phones in it. Like, this is an iPhone 6 with the case that I now need to get for myself on my iPhone 11. I can hide my debit cards in here. Nice. There's this old school flip phone here that I'm not going to be able to find a charger for, but this is going to be a good desk weight for work. I love this thing. Got this one here that looks like a BlackBerry, but it's not. We're gonna have to play with that one. The box came with a few of these razors, which is so cool because I've been looking for one. And now I have 3, but it takes a special charger to charge it. It has to be Razer branded. And then look at this. This is like an iPhone SE or an iPhone 8. I can't tell. Comment below if you guys know. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see me go through the entire box, but today we're not going to talk about any of those. We're going to spend the rest of this video snooping through this nostalgic iPhone 3GS. I have not gone through the phone yet. All I've done is given it a full charge, and the LCD is still good, so I'm excited to go through this with you guys and see what we find on it. So let's do that now. As a refresher, the iPhone 3GS was released in 2009. This was during that era where headphone jacks and mini smartphones were still cool. Good news here is the phone had a screen protector during its entire life, so the screen is almost mint condition. We're not removing that screen protector. Let's power the phone on and begin our snooping. And when I say snooping, I say that because I think most of the owners of these phones either lost these or someone donated these phones in their behalf. Pretty much none of these were factory data reset. So we're gonna have some fun. And here we are. Wow, that is a 2009 wallpaper for sure. That lock and unlock sound, boy, that is pure nostalgia. My first Apple device was an iPod Touch around 2009 and 2010, and this is totally bringing me back. Whoa, look at all these apps that were preserved on this phone in the original version. That is wild. We're gonna play those for sure. And the OG YouTube app, oh my goodness, I hope this works. Alright, let's see what version of iOS this is running. Oh wow, iOS 4, okay. Okay, so before we go snooping through the photos, I do want to test the camera first. So, let's test the camera. Alright, where's the camera? Oh, we just missed it. There it is. Oh wow. Yeah, this camera looks much different. Well, I mean, it's pretty basic. 3 megapixels on the back, and as for the selfie camera, it didn't have one. Also, for close-up photos, you're not really going to get it because there's no focus on this. See, look at the close-up, it's just a bit blurred, and that's not because of movement, it's just a blurry photo. It's not until you bring the camera back that you could get a better focus on your image. But, I mean, it does the job, right? Oh my goodness, I totally spaced. Looking at their music library, you can get to know a lot about a person by their music and their movies. So let's go, you know what, let's start with the movies and see what they have. Okay. Oh my goodness, 2009 Twilight was the thing. I remember watching Twilight in my teenage years, and this was this was the show. I mean, to be honest, I personally arrived to the Twilight train a little late, but I do love looking at the video format on this. It reminds me of my old iPod Touch. Oh, good times. Alright, we are done with this movie. Oh, wow, sliding through the music gallery with all the album art. No, dude, the All-American Rejects. Oh, this song gives you hell. This brings me back big time. Sorry, had to cut it short there. I don't want to get a copyright strike on this video. Oh, Bob? No way. There's no way somebody watching this video has not heard this song. Unfortunately, we've got to cut it off to avoid that strike. But don't worry, the time has come. Let's snoop through some photos now. Now, it was kind of odd I couldn't find the photos, but once we were there, they were here. Got about 71 photos, and I wouldn't expect anything less than what we find here. We found a kitty, and it looks like this kitty owns the owner. This kitty rules the house. This kitty gets dinner cooked for him every night. You know, I'll be honest, I wasn't a cat guy until I met my wife. Now I'm blurring this out because this is a child, and then we have a bunch of random white photos, and then this here. This is what 2009 was. Stuff like this. Look at the quality of the photo. What are we watching? A singing fish on a wall? This is pure peak 2009 right here. To your younger folks, I don't think you understand, but this wallpaper here is straight from... Oh my gosh. Hello, Mr. Puppy. What are you doing? Oh, what? Were there even humans around when this person had this oh my gosh. Anyways, back to what I was saying. All of these wallpapers, this is just... I can't explain it. Everything about it is 2009. Like the hearts and the clouds and that weird character with a knife in his hand. Everything about it is just a different era. Even this screensaver of the Twilight guy. I mean, this guy was everywhere, from computer monitors to posters to screens. You rock, you rock. Why have I seen that joke everywhere? And then the phone is just loaded with a bunch of contacts. But I'm pulling this up to see when the last call was made. And that was in 2010. September of 2010. That's when I was 16 years old. And today, I actually turned 30. And to celebrate my 30th, we're going to go through some of these games on this old phone and play them as if I'm still 16 years old. Why? Well, because I'm still 16 years old at heart. Now, this Tetris game right here, back in 2009, this was a big baller game, because I believe when I played this in 2009, it cost me $1.99 to buy it on the Play Store. So the person who owned this phone before me was complete baller status. So, stranger on the internet, if you've seen your dogs and you've seen your cat online, they're still alive, which is highly doubtful. Don't worry, your phone is in good hands, and I will put these games to fantastic use. Fun fact, my sister, who's 4 years older than me, if she entered into a Tetris tournament, she would likely win. She's so good. Okay, now The Sims 3. I've heard a lot about The Sims 3, but I haven't played it personally. It wasn't a thing I played. It just wasn't. I don't know why, but on my iPod, it wasn't a thing for me. It was kind of like having a Tamagotchi pet. Like some world or something you take care of, and you got to make sure it's up to par. Yep, I didn't do any of the Sims action, but I am going to play this for any of you who did. And I hope you have a blast of the past and a little shot of nostalgia going up your spine. And about 30 seconds of gameplay in The Sims is all I can handle. So, it's pretty cool. It's still there in its original form. Good stuff. Then you've got games like this, Stick Wars, where you're just two people with guns, and you're absolutely blasting each other's brains out. Whenever you get hit, blood goes on the screen. You just got people crying bloody murder left. It's pretty vulgar game. I'm unsure how I would feel if I saw my 7-year-old child playing this. I don't have a 7-year-old child, but I just feel like I would be concerned a little bit if he was playing. If you go into the settings of the phone, you can actually look at some of the old school OG wallpapers, which is very cool to see, because if you ever owned an iPhone or an iPod Touch back in the day, you definitely saw this photo here. Oh yeah, the full Earth. That was a screensaver for, I believe, like 90% of the planet who had iPhones, and I also love this brick screensaver. Don't ask why. It just looks clean, and I like the colors, which doesn't make sense because there isn't really any colors. It's just very bland. And you've also got all of the ringtones, except the only purchase ringtone, the black hole. Unfortunately, it does not work, so you gotta go with the classics. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's it. Oh yeah. Da-da-na-na-na. All of these sounds are classics and just bring me back so much. It's crazy how nostalgia could do that and just bring you to a different time. And it's one of the reasons I love looking at these old smartphones, and I've had a ton looking at this 3GS, and I'm gonna have even funner going through all the phones in that box. So if you guys liked what you see, be sure to subscribe.